Welcome back to Geek Culture 101, your home for all things geek. It's time for another episode of News of the Geek, where we cover some interesting news based on a geeky topic. So hang on tight, it's gonna be a wild ride. First up, I want to talk about the fact that Capcom has released Mega Man Star Force Collection. Now this is, to me, an underappreciated Mega Man series. It's not quite as good as the Battle Network games, but it was still a fun series to play. Some of them I don't believe I even got to play. So I've been really looking forward to this. And was actually shocked when they announced it. I even heard that they really did some quality of life and some other improvements that make them a little bit better game. These were DS games though, so you can't expect a whole lot, but, I recently finished the Mega Man Battle Network collection again, and I'm just pumped. So, make sure you guys check that out. But then, on to the bigger news. In the March 27th episode of the Nate the Hate podcast, who you should all know his name, because, he is one of the most reliable leakers that there was when it comes to Nintendo news. Well, he said after the new Yoshi and the Mysterious Book game, we're going to be seeing some good stuff. There's two big announcements that really stood out that are coming in the not too distant future. First, as I speculated on the recent news, a new Star Fox game is coming to Switch 2. But get this, he says it's early as summer 2026. That's right, this summer. Now, that's just crazy. I mean, it seems, kind of hard to believe that, they have not even announced it and will be getting in that quick. But, I said that was possible, so it's kind of cool. With Cloud and Fox being in the Mario movie, that gives us more ideas and thought of, maybe they're really going to try to revive that brand. I hope so. I hope he's right. He does have a good track record, so maybe. But then he goes on to talk about we're getting a full remake of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, I want to believe this is true. It's been rumored for I don't know how many years that we're getting this remake. However, what makes me doubt this somewhat, and it's nothing against Nate the Hate, because like I said, he's always right, just about. However, they recently released the game, I believe, for Nintendo Switch Online. So it's a little hard to believe that we'd get a remake of a game after they just released it on there. Not unfathomable, but it just seems a little suspect to me, but I hope I'm wrong. And only time will tell, but that would be really cool. I personally would rather we get a remake of, Twilight Princess or Wind Waker. But I would be thrilled with that one as well. So it is all good. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you believe that, we'll get a new Star Fox game? That we'll get it that quick? Do you believe we'll get this Zelda remake? Or will they announce a new Zelda? So who knows? But I want to see what you think. Comment below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, stay geeky, my friends. Stay geeky.